أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Respected brothers and sisters, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Holy Quran reminds us many times, many occasions about the Day of Judgment. To be ready and prepare the events that shall take place on the Day of Judgment. The Day of Accountability. In fact, one of the titles of that day is the Day of Regret and Remorse. Some will be full of regret and remorse. Remorseful for those acts that they performed in this world that distance them from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Acts of disobedience of Allah, acts of negligence, acts that kept them away from the teachings of Allah and the teachings of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In Surah Al-Furqan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, verses 27 and 28, mentions about those individuals who shall call out and say, on that day, وَيَوْمَ يَعَضُّ الظَّالِمُ عَلَى يَدَيْهِ يَقُولُ يَا لَيْتَنِي اتَّخَذْتُ مَعَ الرَّسُولِ سَبِيلًا يَا وَيْلَتَى لَيْتَنِي لَمْ أَتَّخِذْ فُلَانًا خَلِيلًا. He would state, on the Day of Judgment, full of regret, full of remorse, oh, how I wish I took the path of Rasulullah, how I followed the teachings of Rasulullah. And it's indeed now too late. And one of the great regrets he would have is that, oh, I wish I did not befriend so and so. This individual that I took as a acquaintance in life, in this dunya, in this world, I'm full of remorse, I'm full of regret. Why did I befriend them? Why did I choose them as my friends? And in fact, لَقَدْ أَضَلَّنِي عَنِ الذِّكْرِ. They misguided me from the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whenever I wish to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those individuals that I chose as friends, as brothers, they distance me from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why our Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam reminds us about having good friends. In fact, friends are brothers. Friends are those we need to keep. Friends are those we need to cherish. Friends are ikhwan. Friends are ukhuwa. إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِخْوَةً. In fact, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says the believers are like brothers, brothers in faith. And it's important to choose the best of friends. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam says, أَحَبُّ الْإِخْوَانِ, the best of your brothers. خَيْرُ إِخْوَانِكَ, who is my best friend? Who is my best brother that I need to keep? He says, خَيْرُ إِخْوَانِكَ is the one who has three characteristics. مَنْ أَعَانَكَ فِي طَاعَةِ اللَّهِ, the one who helps you to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I need help in regards to prayer, ta'ah of Allah, obedience of Allah. My good friend helps me to pray, helps me to learn how to fast, helps me how to gain nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. مَنْ أَعَانَكَ فِي طَاعَةِ اللَّهِ. Number one, my best friend. His second characteristic is what? وَصَدَّكَ عَنْ مَعَاصِيهِ. صَدَّكَ عَنْ مَعَاصِيهِ. He stops you, prevents you from sinning against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He stops you from disobedience of Allah. That's a good friend. The one when I approach sin, say stop. That's haram. Stay away from it. He advises me. He helps me. And number 3, وَأَمَرَكَ بِرِضَاهِ. He pushes you, he orders you, commands you to perform what? Acts that are going to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So brothers and sisters, let's choose the best of friends. Those who bring us closer to Allah, closer to Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam, such that we are proud to have these friends that bring us closer to the teachings of Allah and the Ahlul Bayt alayhim afdal as-salatu was-salam.